Have you noticed that your legs are weakening after the age of 60? To get to your feet, you must push off your knees. Climbing stairs feels like lifting weights. Even walking across the living room feels uncertain, like your legs aren't quite under you anymore. Many people brush it off as just getting older. But what if it's not? What if these early signs of muscle loss, imbalance, or leg fatigue were actually your body asking for help? Here's the truth. After 60, your muscles, nerves, and circulation all begin to change. And those changes can make your legs feel slower, heavier, and weaker. But here's the good news. You can fight back. And it doesn't take extreme workouts or expensive therapy. In fact, just 5 specific vitamins taken the right way can make a dramatic difference. This isn't health gossip or wishful thinking. It's backed by real science, clinical research, and the experience I've seen with my own patients. In this video, I'll walk you through 5 essential vitamins every senior should know about, why your legs need them, how to take them properly, and the exact steps to feel stronger, steadier, and more confident again. So stay with me, because the solution might be simpler than you ever imagined. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Vitamin D3, the master switch that restores strength, balance, and confidence. At the age of 60 and beyond, your body quietly begins to lose its ability to build and maintain strength, especially in your legs. For many older adults, what begins as a slight heaviness when climbing stairs can slowly become a major obstacle in daily life. But here's what most people don't realize. This change isn't just aging. It's often a silent deficiency in vitamin D3. And the good news, it's fixable. Vitamin D3 is not just another supplement. It acts like a master switch, turning on critical systems that control your muscles, bones, and nervous system. After 60, your skin becomes thinner, you absorb less sunlight, and your kidneys and liver lose efficiency. This combination leads to a sharp decline in natural D3 production. Without enough D3, your leg muscles don't contract properly, your bones grow fragile, and your balance becomes unpredictable. This is why so many seniors report falls or hesitation when moving quickly. I remember one of my longtime patients, Helen, age 74. She was sharp, independent, and active until she began needing her hands to push off chairs and struggled to climb steps at her church. She thought she was just getting old, but a simple blood test showed her vitamin D levels were dangerously low. We started her on 200 IU of vitamin D3 daily, taken with breakfast, and within just 2 weeks she felt stronger, more stable, and even reported better sleep. "I feel like I have my legs back," she told me, smiling. The science backs this up. Studies from Harvard and the University of Birmingham show that seniors taking 8,002,000 IU of D3 daily can experience up to 19% improvement in leg strength in a matter of days. Better yet, D3 helps your nerves send clearer signals, reduces joint inflammation, and supports your equilibrium. That means fewer stumbles and more confident steps. But remember, for proper absorption, D3 should be taken with a meal that includes healthy fats like eggs, salmon, or avocado. Avoid taking it at night, as it can interfere with sleep in some people. And always consult your doctor if you have kidney or heart conditions before starting supplements. When D3 is restored, your legs feel lighter, your steps are more sure, and you begin to move with ease again, like your body has remembered how to trust itself. And yet, while D3 is the power switch, it's only the beginning of the system. So what happens when the nerves between your brain and your legs stop firing correctly, even when your bones are strong? Let's talk about the forgotten vitamin that controls your balance and mental clarity next. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now, let's move on to point number 2. 2. Vitamin B12, the lifeline between your brain and legs. If vitamin D3 is a switch that powers your muscles, then vitamin B12 is the wiring that keeps everything connected and in sync. After the age of 60, many seniors begin to experience subtle changes they can't explain. Unsteadiness when walking across a flat floor, tingling or numbness in their feet, or a sense that their legs are asleep even when they're not. These symptoms are often brushed off as just getting older, but in reality they can be a sign of vitamin B12 deficiency quietly interfering with your nervous system. Vitamin B12 plays a critical role in maintaining nerve health, reflex control, and balance. It supports the protective sheath around your nerves, helps produce red blood cells, and ensures oxygen is delivered efficiently to your muscles. When levels drop, your body doesn't fall apart overnight, but over weeks and months, signals between your brain and your lower body become weaker and less reliable. That's when the missteps, stumbles, and near falls begin to creep in. I remember a patient of mine, Mr. Robert the 1000th, age 78, a retired firefighter. He had always been strong and steady, but he came in complaining of weird foot feelings and a growing fear of walking without support. He didn't have diabetes, no stroke history, but a simple blood test showed a low B12 level. He started on 1,000 macamethylcobalamin B12 daily, the active form most easily absorbed in older adults. Within 4 weeks, his foot tingling reduced. His walking became more confident, and he even joked that his legs were finally listening again. Clinical studies support what we've seen in patients like Robert. One study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults with low B12 walked slower, had worse balance, and were more than twice as likely to fall within the next year. After supplementing with B12, participants reported fewer falls, stronger legs, and better mental clarity. That's because B12 doesn't just help your body move. It also helps you think, react, and stay in control. The tricky part, B12 deficiency, often goes unnoticed. As we age, our stomachs produce less acid, which makes it harder to absorb B12 from food. Seniors who eat less meat, use antacids, or take medications like metformin are at higher risk. Even if you eat well, your body might not be absorbing what it needs. For this reason, a chewable, sublingual, or lozenge form of B12 is recommended for those over 60. It's best taken at midday away from coffee or tea, which can interfere with absorption. The good news, B12 is water-soluble and very safe even at higher doses. So it's a low-risk, high-reward nutrient that can profoundly impact your confidence and mobility. When your nerves and legs are finally speaking the same language again, everyday tasks become smoother. You walk without hesitation, turn without wobbling, and you feel grounded again in both body and mind. But what if your legs still feel heavy, tired, and slow to move? Even with strong bones and healthy nerves, there's another piece of the puzzle. It's a nutrient that acts like fuel for your muscles, and without it, nothing moves. 3. Vitamin B1 thiamine, the spark plug that powers every step you take. There's a certain kind of tiredness that older adults know all too well. It's not just fatigue. It's that dragging feeling in your legs, like each step takes more effort than it should. It's the moment you reach the top of the stairs and have to stop and catch your breath, even though you haven't done anything extreme. This isn't simply slowing down with age. Often, it's a silent, overlooked signal that your body is running low on vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, a vital nutrient that powers your muscles from the inside out. Vitamin B1 is the key that turns food into energy, specifically ATP, the fuel your muscles need to move. Without it, your legs can't keep up with even light activity, no matter how healthy your bones or nerves may be. Think of it like trying to drive a car with no gas. The engine may be in perfect condition, but it still won't move. One patient of mine, Sylvia, age 81, was struggling with what she described as a sense of lead in my legs. She could walk across her living room, but any more than that made her feel winded and heavy. She wasn't depressed, she wasn't sick, but her energy was simply gone. She ate well, stayed hydrated, and took her regular vitamins, but one key piece was missing: thiamine. After reviewing her medications, including a diuretic for her blood pressure, we found that she was at high risk for B1 depletion. I started her on a 50 million daily dose of thiamine taken with her breakfast. Within just 1 week, she was walking to her mailbox again. Smiling as she told me, "I feel like someone put the battery back in." This story isn't uncommon. As we age, our ability to absorb B1 from food declines, especially if we're on medications like diuretics, metformin, or acid reducers. Even light alcohol use can impact B1 levels. Most seniors don't eat enough whole grains or legumes where B1 is naturally found. And when your body doesn't get enough B1, the result is a slowed metabolism, poor muscle recovery, and that deep feeling of weakness even after minor exertion. The research is clear. A study from Japan's Tokyo University found that over 30% of older adults had low thiamine levels, and many of them suffered from reduced leg strength and early muscle fatigue. After supplementing with B1, most reported improved walking distance, better energy, and greater ease climbing stairs. If you're experiencing leg fatigue, a sense of heaviness, or shortness of breath during light movement, don't overlook vitamin B1. It's water-soluble and safe for most people. And when taken with a protein-rich breakfast, it can change the way your day feels, giving your muscles the fuel they've quietly been missing. But even when your legs have fuel and your nerves are firing right, one more element determines whether movement feels smooth or if it's interrupted by tightness, cramps, or restless legs at night. So, what's the mineral that keeps everything in sync? Let's talk about the unsung hero that relaxes your muscles and lets your legs rest easy day and night. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Magnesium, the quiet helper that soothes your legs and restores your sleep. There's a quiet mineral working behind the scenes in your body every single day, one that most seniors are missing without even realizing it. If you've ever been woken up by a sudden cramp in your calf or felt your legs twitch at night for no reason, magnesium may be the missing piece. It doesn't get as much attention as calcium or vitamin D, but when it comes to muscle relaxation, nerve balance, and nighttime leg pain, magnesium is absolutely essential, especially after age 60. As we age, our bodies naturally become less efficient at absorbing magnesium, and common medications like diuretics, heart medications, and even proton pump inhibitors used for acid reflux can quietly drain our magnesium levels over time. This mineral is key for regulating muscle contractions and preventing spasms, as well as calming the nervous system and improving blood flow to the lower limbs. When magnesium is low, muscles become tense, jumpy, or tight, and nerves are more excitable, which leads to cramping, restlessness, and even insomnia. I remember a patient named Walter, 76, a retired truck driver who had been battling nightly leg cramps for months. It hits me around 2 a.m. like clockwork, he told me. Feels like someone twisting a wrench in my calf. He had tried stretching and drinking more water, but nothing seemed to help. After reviewing his medications and symptoms, I recommended he try 300 ml of magnesium glycinate, a gentle, highly absorbable form taken after dinner. 2 weeks later, Walter came back with a smile. "Haven't had a cramp since," he said, "and I'm sleeping through the night again." The science backs this up. Multiple clinical trials show that magnesium supplementation in older adults can reduce muscle cramps, ease anxiety, and improve sleep quality. It's involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, including energy metabolism and the transmission of nerve signals. For senior, magnesium doesn't just help the legs, it helps calm the entire system, giving your muscles a chance to truly rest and recover. Magnesium is water-soluble and generally safe, but for best results it should be taken with a meal, preferably in the evening to promote nighttime relaxation and better sleep. Avoid taking it with caffeine or alcohol, as those can interfere with absorption. If you experience chronic leg cramps, fatigue, or difficulty staying asleep, this is one mineral worth checking with your doctor about. But even with energy restored and muscles relaxed, there's one final piece to unlocking stronger legs, and it's the most overlooked of them all. Let's talk about a powerful antioxidant that protects your muscles from aging itself and why your body may be starving for it without you even knowing. 5. Vitamin E, the muscle protector that shields your legs from aging. At first glance, vitamin E might seem like something you only hear about in skin creams or beauty ads. But for those of us over 60, its real power lies much deeper. This essential fat-soluble antioxidant plays a vital role in protecting your muscle cells from damage, reducing inflammation, and keeping your legs strong, responsive, and resilient even as the years go by. What many seniors don't realize is that muscle tissue, just like skin, ages with time and stress. Every day, tiny oxidative reactions happen inside your body that slowly wear down your cells. This oxidative stress doesn't hurt at first, but over time, it contributes to muscle fatigue, slower recovery after activity, and even loss of coordination. That's where vitamin E comes in. It acts like a shield, neutralizing free radicals, preserving cell membranes, and helping your muscles repair and regenerate more effectively. I'll never forget Linda, a 76-year-old widow, who still volunteered at her local library. She had always been energetic and upbeat. But when she came in for her checkup, she confessed that even a short walk left her legs feeling sore for days. "I'm doing everything right," she said, "but it feels like my muscles are aging faster than I am." We reviewed her diet and supplements and discovered she wasn't getting any significant source of vitamin E. After starting her on 200 IU of natural vitamin E per day taken with lunch, she returned a month later beaming. "I can walk the full block again, and I don't need 2 days to recover anymore." The medical research supports what Linda experienced. Studies have shown that older adults with adequate vitamin E levels tend to have better muscle strength, greater endurance, and a lower risk of mobility decline. Vitamin E also enhances blood flow, helping to bring oxygen and nutrients to your legs, especially during physical activity. But there's more. Because it's fat-soluble, vitamin E needs to be taken with a meal containing healthy fats. Think avocado, nuts, or a bit of olive oil for your body to absorb it properly. And natural forms like D-alpha-tocylcholesterol are more effective than synthetic ones. It's important to stay within the recommended range, 100-200 IU daily, unless advised otherwise by a physician. Too much over time can interfere with other vitamins and even increase the risk of bleeding in some people on blood thinners. Vitamin E may not be flashy, but its effects are powerful. It slows the aging of your muscles, keeps your legs energized, and supports recovery after everyday activity. For anyone who's ever felt like their body takes too long to bounce back, this simple vitamin could be a quiet game changer. Now that you've seen how these 5 essential nutrients work together, restoring strength, balance, energy, and muscle recovery, how do you take them the right way at the right time without confusion or overload? Up next, I'll walk you through the ideal daily vitamin schedule for adults over 60 and the key safety tips every senior needs to know before starting any supplement plan. 6. Best time to take each vitamin for leg strength. Now that we've explored the 5 essential vitamins that support stronger legs, D3, B12, B1, magnesium, and vitamin E, the next question becomes, how do you take them in a way that your body actually benefits from them? For older adults, timing, form, and combinations matter more than you might think. Let's start with timing, because when you take your vitamins can impact both their effectiveness and your energy throughout the day. In the morning, right after a balanced breakfast is the best time to take vitamin D3 and vitamin B1 thiamine. D3 is fat soluble, so it needs to be taken with food that includes healthy fats like eggs, avocado, or yogurt to absorb properly. B1, on the other hand, fuels your energy metabolism, making it ideal to start your day with. It helps power you through morning movement, chores, and light exercise. Magnesium is best taken in the evening, usually after dinner. That's because it supports muscle relaxation, reduces leg cramps, and helps your nervous system settle down. Taking it at night may improve sleep quality, something so many older adults struggle with. Vitamin E is also fat soluble and should be taken with a midday or evening meal that includes healthy fats. I often recommend patients take it with lunch to avoid any interference with nighttime sleep. Vitamin B12 works differently. It supports mental clarity, nerve communication, and coordination. Since B12 has a mild stimulating effect, the best time to take it is late morning or early afternoon, ideally with lunch. Avoid taking it with coffee or tea, as both can reduce absorption. I often suggest methylcobalamin form, not cyanocobalamin, as it's more bioavailable for seniors and better tolerated. Now, what about multivitamins? While they can be convenient, many senior multivitamins underdose the key nutrients we just covered, or combine them in ways that hinder absorption. Always read the label. For example, calcium should not be taken at the same time as magnesium, iron, or high doses of zinc, as they compete for absorption. If you're taking prescription medications, it's essential to consult your healthcare provider before beginning any new supplement, especially fat-soluble ones like D3 and E that can accumulate in the body over time. A few important safety tips. 1. Don't exceed recommended doses. Thinking you'll speed up results? More is not better, especially for D3. 2. Do periodic blood tests every 6 to 12 months to monitor your levels. 3. If you have chronic kidney or liver disease, speak with your physician before starting supplements. It's also wise to track how you feel. Many of my older patients keep a small health journal, noting their energy, balance, leg strength, and sleep quality. Often they begin to notice subtle improvements within just 1 to 2 weeks. Stronger steps, less nighttime cramping, more confidence moving around the house or neighborhood. Taking vitamins as a senior isn't just about adding pills to your routine. It's about giving your body the tools it needs to stay strong, mobile, and independent. But even the best vitamin routine won't help if we don't take action. So before we close, let's reflect on why this matters and what you can do today to protect your legs, your freedom, and your future. Stronger legs, stronger life. The power is in your hands. Aging may be inevitable, but losing your strength, your balance, and your sense of independence doesn't have to be. What we've uncovered today is simple but profound. The human body, even in our 60s, 70s, and 80s, wants to heal. It wants to move, to be steady, to stand tall, but it can only do that when it has the right fuel. For many seniors, weak legs, fatigue, and imbalance are brushed off as just old age. But we now know these are often signs of nutrient deficiency, specifically in vitamin D3, B12, B1, magnesium, and vitamin E. These aren't exotic or hard to find solutions. They're basic building blocks of health, and yet they're missing from far too many older adults' lives. The lesson here is this: you have more control than you think. You don't need expensive equipment, painful physical therapy, or a gym membership to start reclaiming your strength. Sometimes it begins with just one small capsule at the right time of day. I've seen it happen again and again in my patients, people like Helen, Robert, Martha, Thomas, and Elaine, who thought their best days were behind them. But once they began giving their bodies the nutrients they'd quietly been missing, their energy returned, their legs felt lighter, their balance improved, and most importantly, their confidence came back. Because when you feel strong in your legs, you feel strong in your life. You walk to your mailbox without fear. You step onto a bus without hesitation. You play with your grandkids. You return to the garden, the park, the kitchen. Your world becomes yours again. So here's the takeaway. Don't wait. Don't let another week pass assuming your body has given up. It hasn't. You are still capable of progress, of healing, of surprising yourself. These vitamins are not magic, but your body is when it's properly supported. Speak with your doctor. Review your nutrition. Build a simple vitamin routine. And listen to what your body tells you along the way. Because every step you take, whether small or steady, fast or slow, is not just movement. It's a step toward freedom, dignity, and the life you deserve. And that's not just about health. It's about living with strength, one confident stride at a time. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.